Over 2,000 years ago, a man declared himself emperor of all China and embarked upon the most ambitious quest in human history, the pursuit of immortality itself. His name was Qin Shi Huang, and his obsession with cheating death would reshape an empire, inspire countless legends, and ultimately lead to his own demise. Born as Ying Zheng in 259 BCE, this future emperor inherited the throne of the Qin state at merely 13 years of age. By 221 BCE, through ruthless military campaigns and political maneuvering, he had accomplished what no ruler before him had achieved: the complete unification of China's warring states under a single crown. But conquest was merely the beginning of his extraordinary story. Upon declaring himself Qin Shi Huang, meaning First Emperor of Qin, he implemented sweeping reforms that would define Chinese civilization for millennia. He standardized currency, writing systems, and measurements across his vast domain. He constructed an extensive network of roads and canals, connecting distant regions of his empire. Most famously, he ordered the construction of what would become known as the Great Wall of China, linking and extending existing fortifications into a massive defensive barrier stretching thousands of miles across northern China. Yet despite these monumental achievements, the emperor remained haunted by a fundamental human limitation: mortality. As he aged, his thoughts increasingly turned toward the ancient Chinese belief in the possibility of achieving immortality through alchemical means and spiritual practices. This obsession would consume the latter years of his reign and transform him from a pragmatic ruler into a desperate seeker of eternal life. The emperor's quest led him to summon alchemists, sorcerers, and wise men from across his empire. He demanded they produce elixirs of immortality, threatening death to those who failed. Ironically, many of these concoctions contained mercury, lead, and other toxic substances that likely hastened his demise rather than prolonging his life. Historical records suggest he consumed these dangerous potions regularly, believing each mixture might hold the key to eternal existence. Beyond chemical experimentation, Qin Shi Huang pursued immortality through more mystical means. He dispatched massive expeditions across treacherous seas in search of legendary islands where immortals were said to dwell. The most famous of these missions was led by a court magician named Xu Fu, who sailed eastward with thousands of young men and women, allegedly to find the immortal sage who possessed the secret of eternal life. These expeditions consumed enormous resources and yielded nothing but empty promises and elaborate excuses. The emperor's paranoia grew alongside his obsession. Fearing assassination might cut short his quest, he became increasingly reclusive, sleeping in different palaces each night and traveling in unmarked carriages. He built a massive underground mausoleum, complete with terracotta armies numbering in the thousands, preparing for an afterlife that might serve as a backup plan should his immortality quest fail. In 210 BCE, while traveling in eastern China still searching for the elixir of life, Qin Shi Huang died suddenly at age 49. The very mercury-laden potions he had consumed to achieve immortality had likely poisoned him. His death was kept secret for months as his advisors maneuvered to control the succession. The first emperor's desperate pursuit of immortality ultimately granted him a different kind of eternal existence. His legacy lives on through the unified China he created, the Great Wall that still stands today, and the magnificent terracotta army that guards his tomb. Sometimes, the greatest immortality comes not from cheating death, but from the enduring impact of one's deeds upon the world.